Hello, everyone. So, if you have been living under a rock, you cannot miss this news about Harvey Weinstein nearing a deal to settle the sex misconduct cases. And what's crazy about this is that he is not locked up for anything. He is not, he's not getting the bill, necessarily the Bill Cosby treatment in terms of being locked away. I mean, he might have lost a few things, but here and there. But I kind of feel as though that he's getting away with what he's done. So in this October 11, 2018 file photo, this is Harvey Weinstein. He enters the state Supreme Court in New York. Okay, so this is him pictured here. So there's more to this story. So this is by an Allison Chu out of the Washington Post. So Harvey Weinstein has reached a tentative deal of 44, listen, million dollars. A $44 million agreement to settle lawsuits involving women who have accused him of sexual misconduct. His former film studio board members and the New York Attorney General office, according to the report Thursday, May 23rd, from Wall Street Journal and the LA Times. Okay. As a part of the proposed settlement, which was first reported by the Journal, $30 million would go to the alleged victims of the disgraced Hollywood producer, former Weinstein Company employees and creditors, and their lawyers. So the remaining amount would be used towards legal fees, newspaper reported, citing people familiar with the matter. Okay. So, representatives for Weinstein and Weinstein's company could not be reached for comment as usual. So, the New York Attorney General office declined to comment as well, as did Robert Feinstein, an attorney for the Committee of the Unsecured Creditors. So, news of the proposal, which has not been finalized just yet, was revealed though. Thursday, during a federal bankruptcy court hearing in Wilmington, Dell Variety reported, DEL says Variety reported the Weinstein Company filed a bankruptcy last year after weathering an onslaught of civil lawsuits brought forth by accusers who alleged that Weinstein and his former company engaged in misconduct. So the lawsuit included a class action filed on behalf of the Weinstein alleged victims. So the suit from the New York Attorney General, okay? So the Weinstein Effect, a list of celebrities, politicians accused of sexual harassment. Okay, so so they call it the Weinstein Effect because there's a list. Just 2 months later, a Hollywood scandal has birthed a movement. All right, so that's just related stories. Adam Harris, the attorney representing Weinstein's brother, business partner, Bob Weinstein, and the company's former chairman, told Judge Mary F. Walrath that on Thursday that a tentative deal had been reached by the day before, following months of meditation or mediation. And I said meditation. You're gonna need meditation after all this money, $44 million. So mediation process as highly adversarial. Okay, so noting that there were more than 11 separate sessions between the parties over the past year, totaling about 133 hours. Okay, so the same document stated that the lawyers were literally days away from receiving a proposed global resolution. Okay, so we now have an economic agreement. All right, in principle, that's supported by the plaintiffs. Okay, so AG's office, the defendants, and all the insurers that, if approved, would provide significant compensation to the victims, creditors of the estate, and allow parties to avoid years of costly, time consuming, and uncertain litigation on all sides. So Harris said, I personally am very optimistic, given everything the parties have been through to date, that this is at the right solution. Okay. So, if finalized, the money would likely be paid by insurance policies in the Times reported. So, it's been a long, complex process, but we do feel that the settlement provides a measure of justice, though it's not everything one might hope for, and it reflects a long effort of reach of compromise between different parties that have claims to some of the money from the whole Weinstein enterprise. So Aaron Filler, the attorney representing actress Paz de la Huerta, one of the plaintiffs, told the Times. So the proposed deal comes more than a year and a half after women first started accusing Weinstein of the sexual misconduct. Since then, more than 80 women, a list that includes high profile actresses, models such as Ashley Judd, Rose McGowan, Angelina Jolie, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Cara Delevingne. Okay, so if I said that or mispronounced it, correct me on that pronunciation. Sorry for that. Have come. These women are famous women, actors, actresses, models, actresses. They have come forward with allegations ranging from sexual harassment to verbal abuse to rape, even. So the numerous accusations against Weinstein helped ignite the Me Too hashtag Me Too movement, which has led public scrutiny of Hollywood and global entertainment industries. Amid the scandal's fallout, the Weinstein Company, once one of the largest independent film studios in North America, floundered at the accumulated of hundreds of millions of dollars in debt. Post bankruptcy, the company's assets, including its library of 277 films, were bought by Lantern Capital Partners $289 million in July of 2018. So the Times reported Weinstein's former company was behind Oscar winning films such as The King's Speech, The Artist, and both they earned the Best Picture awards in consecutive years. As a producer, Weinstein's credits also produced and includes Pulp Fiction, Shakespeare in Love, Gangs of New York, among those other titles. Settlements in this civil matter, so it would not affect any pending criminal cases against Weinstein, who is facing charges of sexual assault in Manhattan as well. So the disgraced movie mogul, whose trial is set to begin in September, has pleaded not guilty and denied all accusations of non-consensual sex. So the parties involved in the civil case are expected to meet next week along with the mediator to go over additional details of the proposed agreement. Feinstein, the attorney for the creditors, told the judge, Variety reported. So the end goal of the mediation of this is to do the global settlement of the class action and all of the tort claims against the Weinstein Company. Feinstein said, I think we are we're poised to get there. Okay, so Elizabeth Fagan, the attorney representing Weinstein's accusers in the class actions suit, did not respond for a request of comment. So the decision whether to approve the settlement will be made a bankruptcy judge on the June 4th date, coming soon. Coming very soon, actually, the Times has reported. So this is by Allison Shu, who wrote this story out of the Washington Post. So this is big because there's a lot of money involved in this Weinstein thing, but and then there's an additional article saying that Ashley Judd, Rose McGowan, we are not part of the Harvey Weinstein $44 million suit. Okay, that one is by Matt Lopez, who is writing this one out, and I guess this is an extension of what has been going on. Let's see here, Harvey Weinstein, Ashley Judd, and Rose McGowan will not be part of the Harvey Weinstein $44 million. The actress announced on Twitter they weren't a part of the suit. My lawsuit against Harvey Weinstein is ongoing, and I intend to take him to trial, Judd posted on Friday, and with McGowan responding late into the morning, I am not part of, and then there's more into it. So Ashley Judd and Rose McGowan will not be part of the Harvey Weinstein $44 million settlement, the actresses announced on Twitter as well. So my lawsuit against hashtag Harvey Weinstein is ongoing, and I intend to take him to trial. Judd posted on Friday, and McGowan responded late in the morning. I'm not part of this either. Ashley Judge says she's not part of the Harvey Weinstein $44 million settlement. So the tweet came on one day as it was announced on Thursday that Weinstein, the New York Attorney General Office, former members of Weinstein Company board, and several women who have accused Weinstein of sexual misconduct have tentatively reached an agreement to a $44 million settlement deal. So approximately $30 million of the total is expected to go to a consortium of the plaintiffs in the several lawsuits filed on the source with direct knowledge of the settlement, tells CNN. So it's finalized. If it is, the settlement would also resolve the civil suits brought by New York Attorney General Office, according to the Journal, and the deal must now be approved by advisors in charge of bankruptcy proceedings of the Weinstein Company. The settlement, however, would have no impact on the Weinstein pending criminal trial. So it's an ongoing process. So Judd, who is suing Weinstein for sexual harassment and what the actress says was irreparable damage to her career, and McGowan, who has said Weinstein raped her, were among the first women to come out against Weinstein in 2017. Since then, more than 80 women have come forward with allegations against Weinstein, ranging from sexual harassment to rape. Weinstein, who issued an apology in 2017, acknowledging that he caused a lot of pain, denies all accusations of non-consensual sexual activity. Trial for the $44 million settlement is set to begin in September. So that's pretty much the whole story. So, what are your thoughts on this? Sounds like a fiasco to me, and it's ongoing. So, this story never seems to end, and it sounds like there's a lot more to come. This is pretty much developing. So, we're coming to partly a partial close of one side of it. There's a lot more involved. With that being said, thank you for listening.